A very good evening. The BBC understands that people in Somerset won't be able to opt out of having their hospital records sold to a private company. The trust running Taunton's Musgrove Park Hospital is only one of a handful across the country that signed up to the arrangement. It allows the trust to sell information for use in medical research. Our health correspondent Matthew Hill went to gauge reaction from people in Axbridge.
Your medical records are the most private information about you. But are people happy for that to be used for research within the NHS or sold to a private company?
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. What about the private sector, businesses?
No.
Okay.
I'd be slightly more concerned about which companies.
Is that a yes or a no?
Yeah, I would still say yes, to be honest.
Well, it's only a straw poll, but 10 out of 12 were quite happy for their information to be shared for research within the NHS, but only 1 out of 12 to private companies.
All restrictions would be off and it could end up anywhere.
You've got no control over how it's going to be used.
Patients can opt out of a national scheme being introduced shortly involving selling off GP records. But in Somerset, where the local NHS trust has cut a deal to sell hospital records too, including details about their psychiatric care, they can't. Later in the year, the trust will transfer the data to a company called Sensyne Health, who will then analyse it for others for what they say is medical research. NHS Somerset call this anonymised, but it includes details like your gender, your age range and the first part of your postcode, along with details of hospital treatments you've had. Speaking before he resigned, the Health Secretary endorsed this idea.
What I'm determined to do is to have trusted research environments which protect people's privacy whilst also allowing for us to get insights out of the data that can help save lives.
The campaigners say it's still possible to work out who the so-called anonymous data belongs to, and if you put it together with other information that's held about you, it can reveal a great deal.
It wouldn't take a computer very long to work out that TA1, my age range, gender male and a couple of my historical conditions could really only be me.
And we understand there's currently no way for people to opt out.
I think we've got a problem with companies like Sensyne thinking that they can go and cut deals with individual NHS trusts when, those trusts are probably a little naive. They're certainly not fully up with the current law, if this situation is representative.
Sensyne say they never sell on data or use it for purposes other than for medical research, and they comply with the strictest standards of data security and privacy. Matthew Hill, BBC Points West.